What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Series 30 flashback figure, Road Warrior Animal. I am so happy I finally have the Legion of Doom in hand. I do have Hawk. Here we have Animal in the packaging. Includes shoulder pads and gauntlets. You can see he is a flashback figure. We have Animal in the packaging. The box is slightly open because I couldn't control myself, I'm so sorry. But anyway, Animal. When Paul Ellering put two competitors from his stable together in the early 1980s, few had any idea that Animal and his partner Hawk, the Legion of Doom, would dominate tag team competition for much of the next 2 decades. Initially known as the Road Warriors, with a legendary finishing move, the Doomsday Device, the duo won championships in the AWA, NWA, and WWE, becoming the first ever tag team to take titles in that era's 3 major promotions. The pair left WWE in 1992, only to make a dramatic comeback 5 years later when they captured the World Tag Team Championship against the Goodwins. I need to see that, I have the network. But anyway, then followed up with a victory in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 40. After Hawk passed away in 2003, Animal teamed with Heinrich, winning one more tag team title in 2005 and dedicating his victory to Hawk. We have a nice picture of Road Warrior Animal. Other figures in this line include Batista, Ryback, Brock Lesnar, Hawk, and Lex Luger. Not much to say about the box, so what I'm going to do now is take a little moment, get him open up again, and we'll go on to the rest of his review, so sit tight, everybody. And so here we have Road Warrior Animal posing out of the packaging. Now let's get a good 360 of him. Now I'm really excited I have both him and Hawk. They were on my list of figures that I wanted to get, but third hand market was pretty pricey for the Legends version of them. Patience paid off because I actually got the version I wanted, which was their Legion of Doom attire, not just their Road Warrior gear. He does come with the exact same accessories that Hawk did, which are these 2 gauntlets. They just clip onto his forearms right here, and they are pretty... They do clip on, but they're not the tightest... Well, they are a pretty nice fit, but over time they will warp, and it's going to be hard to keep them on his arms. My advice to you is just to heat them up and hold them in like a tighter position and then just clip them back on. He also does have this signature Road Warrior shoulder pads, which I'm really thankful that they included. One thing I wish that both of them had included were tag team titles from the 1990s, but it's something I can live without. But here we have Animal without any of his entrance gear, and he's a really nice figure, although I do have one minor complaint about him, and it's dealing with his head. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. Let's see if I can show that off really fast. Because he is a reused head sculpt, he does have his beard unpainted. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that, but his beard is unpainted, and the reason for that is so that it doesn't interfere with his face paint. But I don't know how I feel about that. It's not too noticeable from a distance, and you're not going to notice it unless you're really looking for it. Let me get the camera focus again. You can see it says Legion of Doom on his tights, the red design. Loving these boots. I was always a fan of the Road Warriors. Hawk was my favorite, but I still like Animal. He was, of course, the bigger of the two, and if you don't know what that means, Hawk was the more muscular. He was a bigger, and they use this bigger bulk for him, which I actually enjoyed. I love this big bulk on him. It makes him look menacing, as he's supposed to. He does have the standard Elite articulation. He has a ball jointed head, which doesn't look up all too well. It looks down, side to side, and bobbles side to side as well. Arms on a ball joint go out, do a full 360, spins at the bicep, bends at the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. He has an ab crunch, works fantastic, waist joint, legs go forward, back, and out. He spins at the thigh, He is double jointed in the knee, although that is all his joint will let him bend, unfortunately. He spins at the boot, ankle joint, and ankle pivot. So all the articulation you'd expect from these guys, and I'm really glad I have them. So what I'm going to do now is get him posed up and move on to my final thoughts. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have the Road Warrior Animal pose for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do enjoy him and Hawk. I was really looking forward to them. I did miss out on the original Legends release of both of them. There's a story behind that. If you haven't seen my podcast, go listen to the story of how I missed out on them. But I really do enjoy both of them. I picked both of them up at Kmart for about $18 plus tax. That's what you're going to be paying for most Elite figures these days. Now, I pulled the trigger on these guys when I first saw them. Like, the first ones I saw, I bought. If you don't have the Legion of Doom in your collection and you want them, this is a really nice set to have, especially if you're a fan of their Legion of Doom gear over their Road Warrior gear. Would I have liked the Road Warrior gear? Maybe, but I really do love this figure. He does use a bigger bulk, which is more accurate to what Animal looked like versus his original figure release. If you can find these guys, pick them up. You will enjoy these guys if you're a Legion of Doom fan, if you're a fan of the 1980s through 90s wrestling. I have both the Legion of Doom, Hawk, and Animal. If you had to choose just one, you can't. You need one, and if you get one, you need the other. If you can find both of them, pick them both up. Don't hesitate. And this is King Dragons 5000 saying I highly recommend both members of the Legion of Doom, and I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.